Hi everybody, it's Mike over here. So I wanted to do a nice little review about the car. We're going to go out for a quick drive to show you guys everything that's on with it. I haven't been doing videos for a while because I've been doing the car show for this guy. So he's up and running again, so don't worry about it. For everybody who's new to the channel, it's a 2015 SRT Hellcat. I did nothing to the car. I did absolutely zero modifications. I just wanted to give a good solid review for people who are interested in the car or people who are new to the car, people who have the car, my likes, my dislikes, my issues. We're going to go for a couple drives so you can hear what it sounds like with the windows closed, with the windows open. It's got a stock exhaust system. I do talk quick, so you better hold on to your panties, okay? Because the next time I got to shoot this video again, I'm going to be really mad because every time I start shooting, some idiot calls me from a telemarketing company. I'm going to drive to their house and I'm going to blow them up, okay? That is not a threat. That is a legitimate warning. Okay, so this car came with about 6,000 and change. I'm the second owner on it. It came with a flat black hood, which is phenomenal. It's got the black matte rims, and it comes with the black plastic spoiler, right? Or wing. I'm sorry, I keep getting them screwed up. It's got the SRT in chrome on the back end, and it says Dodge in chrome. I think that is sexy as hell. You got the backup camera right in there, which is not bad. It's a 2015, so when you see the camera, it's like, wow, they could have done better. It was 2015. The GPS in this car is no better as well. They should have went for Google GPS and the backup camera. I think they should have went for another company for the quality of it. But I think I could probably change that out with the night vision camera my truck has. But that company currently we're having issues with, so we're not even going to talk about that in this video because, you know, Trump and China, you know, I'll not go down that road. I mean, I think it was China made, but who knows? Everything's made in China. You know, this thing is supposed to be a Detroit muscle car, as they advertised. Maybe it was the Demons, and I think I saw the advertisement wrong. This car was made like all the rest of my cars in another country or state. My truck was made in Mexico. Actually, my Chevy truck was made somewhere else. My Camaro was made somewhere else. I'm not going to go into it. But this was actually made in Canada. So anyway, for anybody who's watching the video who is new to the channel or have not, or who has been on the channel, it is 32 degrees outside right now in New York. I'm freezing to death. I want to get back in the car, get going before another idiot calls me. Sorry, I'm rambling fast. So, all right. Black up here. We have the black right down here. It's a nice little flatness. Okay, it looks really cool. With the black down there. It is a daily driver, so if you guys see dirt and dust on it, I drive every day, Monday through Friday, to work. And also I run Mike's Custom Workshop, so it's a Monday through Sunday. But on Saturday and Sunday, I wear nicer shoes than my boots. These are my nicer shoes. And my boots, I have nice little floor mats so that my floor doesn't get screwed up. So you have a little button here. Boop. Pops your trunk open. I have the key in my pocket. Because this is a red key only car, I only have the red key because that was what the previous owner wanted when he bought the car. Another couple cool things we're going to ramble through here is we have a light inside the trunk. As you can see, this is not the light from the camera. This is actually the light from the trunk. This little door here, we do not have a spare tire. So be aware, when you're buying this car, do not expect a spare tire in the trunk. That's been done away with since 2012. You have what's known as your mobile inflation kit, whatever they want to call it. Right here is your fix-a-flat stuff. That's your pump. The pump does all four tires, does not have a problem. This right here is for your air. This right here is for your air and your fix-a-flat stuff, in case you're wondering. He went for the Harman and Cardin. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. The two subwoofers in the back. You have your battery here. You have a fuse box here. If you have a dead battery for any stupid reason, there's two spots to jump this car, which is phenomenal, versus just one, which is irritating. Number one is back here. Okay, you got your positive. They put a little red collar around here in case you don't know, and you got the plus on your battery. Okay, which is very good. Okay, because a lot of people don't know. You have the plus on the terminal head here. You have a plus that's actually on the battery, and you got the little red fabric around it, which is phenomenal. On here, you have your black. Okay, you got your black wire. Has a negative, but it's hidden by the terminal. But on here, you have the black collar. You do not have a negative at all on the connector terminal. So If you know what red is, you know where the black is. Okay, make sure you have it all connected correctly so you don't fuck anything up. especially a car like this. This car I bought for 6,000 miles in change, and it cost me about $60,000. The original owner who bought it, who kept it in the garage all the time, never drove it as a daily driver like my ass does, bought it for about $70,000 in change. $79,000 in change, whatever you want to freaking add what more onto it. If you try to lock anybody in the trunk, they can hop out. If you want to get rid of it to hide it during car shows, it does slip inside. Wow. But I have my air freshener attached to it. It does not has anything to do with sex and wax. It's a surfboard company. Yes, I am an ex-surfer, hence the reason why the lifted Dodge Ram. Okay, I'm an ex-beach boy. Not from the band. Otherwise, I'd have a lot more money and I would have paid the car off instead of be doing payments right now. I wouldn't be shooting YouTube videos for you nice people. The car handles like a dream. We're going to go through the interior and all the electronic settings inside. Other than that, you have the black trim that goes around. You have the nice big black wheels. You have the Brembo brakes. The tires are original from 2015, and they are Pirellis. One of my negatives, two negatives, like I said, is this fuel. There's no lock on here, so anybody can go in here and do something stupid. You know, either take fuel or put something in there. So I don't really like that. I'm probably going to do is one of my modifications that I do to the car. I said that right for the first time. Is actually put a lock on here. So pop this off and put a locking fuel cap on there, just so it keeps the retards from doing anything stupid. I'm not talking about people who have mental disorders. I'm talking about the people in the world who are just stupid. The side of this car, because it has no lettering on it at all, is a nice clean car, and it has the Hellcat symbol. If it's a Demon, it's the same way in my book. It looks a lot nicer. It's nice and streamlined. The body lines are extremely nice. As you come to the front, I have a flat black hood. Now, a lot of people I've seen that have the color car that I have, which is Sublime Green, which is an original color from the 70s. Oh, and another note, your trunk is here, other than pushing that button, and then your hood is here. Very easy, very accessible. It may be a fancy, expensive car that can go 200 miles an hour in a blink of an eye, but they made it really smart. And because the key's in my pocket, the headlights light up, because that's what I have on the car. And as you see, the two headlights that are on are the outer headlights. The inner are not headlights. Those are just spacers. The far one on the driver's side is the air intake. The other one is just a cap one, in case, I guess, if you wanted to do dual intake. Maybe they had plans down the line, but it is capped off, if you are wondering. It is the 4 halos on it. The 4 halos are extremely bright, and they light up the road as well as the headlights itself. Now, as we go from the front over, it is because it is a very low car to the ground. The bottom section of the splitter actually ends up hitting a lot of random things. And if you look at my car, and you've seen the photos on my Facebook page, which is the same as the YouTube channel, Mike's Custom Works, you could see, if you really get in there, the different scuffs and scratches that I got over the time from going in and out of my driveway and gas stations and, you know, the regular travel of the road. I try to go as slow as possible and creep and crawl to get in and out, but it is hard. It still hits and scrapes. It cringes me every time. There's nothing I can do other than lifting the car up, and then it loses its stance and probably changes the performance of the car. So it's just one of those things you have to deal with. It's not as noticeable, but it is kind of a show talker. When I tell people, when they see it, they're like, oh man, this guy doesn't know how to drive his car. I'm like, it's a daily driver. And they're like, what? I'm like, I work construction. It's a daily driver. I have specialized formats that I put in there for the week when I'm working. On the weekends, and if I'm not doing anything, or I want to go out to certain places, like this weekend I'm going out to a winery and stuff, going to a very exotic winery, not exotic, exclusive, certain people can go, yada yada yada. Let's not get on that topic. Anyway, from the front end here, yeah, that nice flat black trim, just like on the rear. Okay, it's nice. It's kind of got that raccoon eyes thing going. It makes it look really awesome. Plus they got the flat black hood. And another thing for the catch, if you look at the point of your hood, okay, that's where it is, and it's a tab, and you push it that way, and then you push up. Now you do one finger, middle finger. I'm trying to do it one-handed here. I can do it all the time. Okay, there we go. Now we have 2 vents on either side, and we have the hood scoops. Everything is working on this car. Versus a lot of cars, it's fake, and it's stupid. I hate fake vents on a car. It makes things look idiotic. As you can see, the engine is very beautifully laid out. Another nice thing is that the whole engine compartment down below is completely sealed up, so nothing gets up inside. I've never yet have wiped the car down, the engine compartment, but I may have to down the line. When you guys are wondering where's that second place you can jump your car, here it is. Always read the manual. That's how I learned this one. Positive, and this little weird piece of metal that looks like it doesn't belong, that's your negative terminal. So if you want to know how to jump your car from the front, there it is. Read the manual, okay? I was reading it one day for something else. That's what I found. Your wiper fluid goes right here. You have another fuse box that is right here. Okay, this is just a cap and covering, is what this is. This is your coolant for your supercharger. This coolant on this side, this big tank here, that's for your engine, okay? It's a little warm, but not bad. Your power steering pump fluid is right here. Everything is easy to get to. You open it, you look at it, it's simple. Your engine oil is here. It tells you exactly what oil to put in your car. It's simple. Another thing I do tell people to do and don't change, because I do a lot of car shows and I do a lot of classic cars, original cars, I do have a custom truck. What makes you more brownie points at a car show is when you have something original like this. And for starters, just think of this, okay? Dodge released a car that goes 700 miles an hour. It'd be insane. Probably like after I shoot this video, they're gonna release like the Dodge Demon SSR. Dodge was able to legally produce a car that had 707 horsepower in 2015. Of course, now they're 800 horsepower. That goes 200 miles an hour. Okay. Some people say they got the 198. I think that's when they peed their pants and they slowed down, or they ran out of fuel. I've got this thing up to 155 miles an hour in a special zone, and it handles like a dream. It makes you do realize you're doing 155. You know, it's not like you're driving 30. Okay, you do feel it, but it handles really nicely. And the air intake system was specially designed to do just that. Everything was placed in the right spot. For guys who go around and changing a lot of things on your car, and then you stand around and bitch, go, oh, don't buy a Hellcat because it doesn't work, or this, that, and the other. Here's an idea. Don't fuck with things. The more you fuck with, the more problems you have. So now we're going to just enter the car so you guys get a little see of the workings of the inside. Now this has the Elmo leather that is inside this car. Like I said, the previous owner went for a little more of an upgrade. You have the speakers here. You have the dual subs in the trunk. You have the interior here. I think the interior is a lot nicer. And like I said, these are the original floor mats. So I put them on now just for this drive. I think that the interior of this car is a lot nicer than the older ones that came out. The older Challengers. I saw a couple of them at a car show the other day. And they kind of look like the Dodge Avenger. If you don't know what the Dodge Avenger is, it's not really a nice looking car. I mean, it's a nice looking car, yes, of course, at the time. I don't want to badmouth Dodge and stuff on that aspect. But in a Hellcat or even a Challenger or a Charger, you know what? I wouldn't go for it. I will be honest, though, with one thing of all, is that the Challengers and the Chargers have the same interior. So I've seen a lot of Chargers that have the exact same interior. So if you think that it's special for a Hellcat, it's not. It's both cars have them. I'm dealing with a charging of a cable. You have your buttons right here. You unlock and you lock. Very simple. Your windows. Your left and right mirrors are right here with a little freaking joystick. Okay. Your door handle's right here. It's easy to get to. And your armrest is really comfortable. The seats are very comfortable as well. You have vents over here to vent the window on either side. And the passenger side is the same as well. As you go along the dashboard, the vents are chrome and they say SRT on them on that side. You have nice chrome accents on that side as well. You have your big, I think it was like a 5-inch screen that's on here. It is a push button start, which could be a little bit of a questionable issue. I've yet to figure out how long the battery lasts and what do I do if the battery dies on my remote. You have netting on this side to store random stuff. And you have netting on this side as well, right? Pretty cool. This is where I stick my change for the week. I got to get rid of that. And then you have all your buttons here. We're going to run through that really quickly. You have your mirror up there, which has auto dimming, which is awesome. And the backup camera comes over here. This is if you have your garage opener, if you have different garages. And then this button here is where you store your sunglasses. It drops down very nice. One thing I did notice that was actually kind of funny and interesting one day is I had used, I also busted my finger today, so mind you that. I was using my visor, and you pull it back here and you put it here, and I'm like, man, this sucks. It only has like what happened, guys? Well, I didn't realize it until I was doing it one day, and I swerved a little bit from an idiot that tried to cut me off, and that this thing extends. Oh, look at that. Ooh, look at it. Freaking great, right? Freaking amazing. I know it sounds crazy. A lot of you guys are probably watching and go, wow, I already knew that, you idiot. Hey, you know what? I didn't know it. A lot of you are going to watch it and go, oh, shit. Duh. Exactly. Duh. Another thing that's a duh is this little plastic thingy on the back is where your seatbelt goes. Because the first time I ever went to go drive this car, the seatbelt was in the back seat. I'm like, this is so stupid. It's like my father's Wrangler. Nope. It's not. Your light controls, okay, very simple, very easy. This is off, this is auto. Auto, don't worry about. My lights never die, okay? You got your emergency parking brake right down there. Then we're going to go through these little dials here. This is for your cruise control. This is for your phone. And then this is the option on the display that pops up on your screen. You have your volume. You have your heat. You have your auto heat. You have your tuning for the music. You have your AC. You have your circulation. Each person can control either side. You have your front window, your back window, and another thing on your mirror, which is kind of hard to see now. But you'll see like a weird square image like that. That is for your side windows. Side windows. Those are for your mirrors in case you're trying to figure out how to defrost your mirrors. That's how you access that option. Launch mode. Don't use it unless you're on a track. Traction control. Don't turn it off. Trust me, this car has enough problem with traction control on. This is park assist. This is if you're on a hill. Back is how you go backwards through the menus. This is your hazard lights. And then this is how you access the SRT pages. So I'm going to be right back in a couple seconds. I'm just going to grab something quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I had to go take care of something real quick. Okay, so now back to the insanity, right? Alright, so one thing that's cool as well is you don't have to hit the brakes for any of this. You can go straight to accessory mode. The Hellcat symbol comes up. I'm sorry for the light. I can't really shut it off on the phone. I'm trying to do stuff intermittent. You have heated steering wheel. In this car, you have heated seats and you have air-conditioned seats as well. You have your radio.
Where can you get 0%?
Oh, that's loud. Okay. You can set your presets. It's all touch button. There's nothing else. Do I want to adjust my clock settings? No. Whatever. Okay. Very simple and easy. I'm going to cut that out so I don't get myself in music. Actually, I could just pushing this button here mutes it as well. And there's nothing on the steering wheel at all. So don't think there's anything on the steering wheel that mutes anything. It's unfortunately, no, it's not there. So you can go to your audio. On here, you have your fade. So I wish I was able to play something where I wouldn't get in trouble. But you can actually just grab the little speaker here and just move it around to where you want it. hit left, right, and you just move it around until you find the spot that you want it at. You have an equalizer as well. You can change everything as well. Here's your bass, your mid, and your treble. Speed volume, change it. Surround sound shows exactly. It says surround sound is not available in all models. This car does have it. So the surround sound is that speaker there, that speaker there. I have the speakers in the back, which are there and there. And then right under my my phone holder is another speaker. So this car comes with the surround sound system on it, and because it's on, it would be on, or it would only really show that it's not on if it didn't have it. You scroll down to the next option. You have a AUX volume, and that's if your phone is connected to the jack. You have autoplay, which I have on, which is when my phone is connected, so I can play music instantly right away. I'm going to move along to the next one. We go down to media over here. If I had media playing, other than me talking to my phone and you people, I'd be able to play like YouTube music and different stuff. And it comes down. It has USB, AUX, YouTube, and SD. Okay? Simple, right? I can go to setup. I can go to my info. I can even click on maps too. The map shows exactly where I'm at. Of course, you people can't really see it too well because of flash. Let's see if I can kill the flash with my finger. It's kind of hard, but without the stupid flash on, you can actually see what's going on. It's simple as that from there. We go down to the next one. We have our controls, okay? We have driver, hot and cold, high and low for heat, high and low for air-conditioned seats. They call them ventilated, but they are basically air-conditioned when your ass gets nice and cold. You have heated steering wheel. You have automatic dimming mirror, screen on and off for whatever reason. I guess if you wanted to shut it off while you're driving, I don't know. There's no need for it. It's not bright enough. Passenger seat. Passenger seat. And passenger has heated and cooled seats. For heated seats, it stays on high for about 45 minutes, then drops to low for heated. And then it stays on low for 30 minutes and then shuts off. So if you're in a long drive and you seem like you keep turning the damn thing on, it's a safety feature, so it doesn't really get too hot. And it times out, so it goes right back to where you'd be playing music. You have your app setting, and you have your climate. Climate is currently off because the car is off. And we have navigation, which we were looking at before, is where it's to, view map, information, and emergency. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass when you're trying to use those because it is an older system. Use your phone or a Garmin. That's really it. Then because my phone is synced to the car and I'm running my Bluetooth, here's my phone book as well. As I stated, everything is kind of hard to get to. So if I wanted to call somebody, my favorites are on top. As long as you put them in, you go to your phone book and you go to the person's name and you put a little star and they end up in your favorites list. So you can always call them. I suggest putting your family first, that matters, and then putting your friends. So such as I put my mother, Raquel, my friend Derek, and then Eddie and Doreen, and then I have the cops. That's it. Other than that, I think it's like towing, and that's it. I really have nobody else I'm going to be calling. I have no girlfriend, I'm single, so it doesn't matter. Hence the reason why I could also afford the car. Different little settings you can do for the Bluetooth. There's a lot of stuff with this car, so I advise you, if you got one, go through the whole thing. For cup holders, you have two of them here. They have lights inside. They light up. We'll show you that in a couple minutes. You have a cup holder that's over here. You have a cup holder that's over here. It has an image of what you don't put here and an image what you do. I don't know what that is, what I can see exactly. My little guy in the back. That section folds down and that has two cup holders. And you also have two vents in the back seat for your passengers. And I think I said it. I don't know if I did say it. But what I do have for seats is the Elmo Laguana leather. It's a race-inspired high-performance interiors. Engineered. Noel. Yada yada yada. Basically, the only way that I think it's like goat leather is what this is when I looked it up. The only way I really clean it is a wet damp cloth. It says it on the tag in case you don't have it anymore. Your paddle shifters are here in case you want to be paddle shifting like in the movies. Otherwise, you really don't need it. The car shifts very quickly. It is a automatic, of course. So don't try to think, you have to shift fast at all. Your vents go up, down, they go side to side. This closes it, as you can see, and to the right, it opens it fully, okay? Depends on exactly how much airflow you want. I have mine always fully open. Move them up, down, whatever is the case. I usually have them facing me for the air conditioning during the summer, like when I had the car in July and August. It was really hot. Right now I'm running mainly the heat, and I'm running it on my feet or on the windshield, and then I keep it on my feet only. So let's get to the fun part. Alright, so we're going to turn the car on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the car with the windows closed so that you guys get an idea of what it sounds like inside. And then we're going to hit the road with no stereo on, of course. So it won't run unless you put your foot on the brake. And it says, please press brake and push start button, or push button to start. So you got your brakes. Boop. Just push it. That's it. Simple as that. Release off the brake. Not a big problem. Now, one of the things, because the light is on, unfortunately, I can't show you what it is like inside the car at night when I'm driving. Actually, you know what? I'll do a two-part video. So right now, I'm actually going to end the video. This is part one. I'm going to do two-part of the review.